Hi, Sheldon McDonald here with another update with my editing tool. So I did a little bit of work today on air trapping. I also put together a way to kind of help assist with knowing how a function is used and what functions are available in a library. So I'll start off by loading my disk image here. Okay, so this is basically what a function library will look like. Um, this one I've created three simple functions. We got CLS, I've got print, which will print text on the screen, and I even did a mock-up of the Inky string that BASIC has, even though it's kind of not necessary, but again, it just might be more familiar to new programmers or programmers that have just programmed BASIC their whole life. Um, okay, so we have that. Um, so what you end up doing is it's not taking the function from the disk image, it's actually taking it from the folder. So I'll select that and save text. And where I'm saving it is in my ASM folder. So you can see I have it saved here, plus some other tests that I have. Um, so now what's going to happen? Okay, so let's look over some of my air trapping and the help stuff that I added. Um, so this is an example of my program here. Um, let's go ahead and run this just to see what this is going to look like. So I just have a little bit of testing here, so that's why it's um, kind of messy a little bit. But you can see that I've called my function. I've called function calls 4 times. Okay. Um, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just assemble it. Okay, it assembled, save disk, function, save. I'm going to load that into VCC. Okay, so this is basically what I've told it to do. Okay, and that was an assembly using my basic function calls. So if we look at the program editor, this is basically what my editor has done to it. It's populated those parameters before it jumps to the function. Um, so you can see my string. Let's go back to the original code I had. Um, you'll see that my code has some capital characters in there, and my print function will honor it. It'll make sure that these characters are printed in caps. I've also told it to start in caps mode, so these numbers actually print with a green background as well. And then once it gets to hi, my name is she, that part will all end up being printed in lowercase. Um, and you can see I'm passing memory locations through, register through, and on this one you can actually just throw numbers in, and I'm referencing a string on this one. My string is here. Um, yeah, this is I honestly think this is going to make programming assembly quite a bit easier for some people. And honestly, it's not meant to replace assembly. It's just a way to do things faster, or maybe to do something you're not quite sure how to do. Maybe there's a function already created that does that for you. Um, okay, so the next thing that I've done, okay, the air trapping. So let's make a mistake here. save it, and I'll assemble it. So now it's telling me the function's not found, okay, and it highlights where the problem was. So I can see that this obviously isn't a function, um, but how can we know what functions are actually in a library? So what I've done is I created this little help button up here. So I'm going to press that, and I'm going to load the library in SMD Basic. And now you can see down here in the corner, we've got these 3 functions that it found in that library. And you can open a whole bunch of libraries to show all at once. It's not going to erase the other ones. So you can see down here it tells you how that function works and what values it expects. It also tells you that it does not push to the stack. You can actually make some of these functions push to the stack, so it's completely optional. So yeah, there you go. Those are my commands. Now to make things even that much cooler is that on the editor I can just go to that command and it pulls it up down here. So if I was just freshly writing a new line, print, as soon as I throw the bracket in, boom, it loaded it in, and it tells me what that command is expecting. And it also tells me it doesn't push to the stack. So I can print some more stuff, maybe at the first line, and print hello world, right? And then maybe this one, we can print this at, I don't know, 64, so couple lines down. Okay, and then that one is going to print, so if that's at 64, maybe we can put this one at 96. So I'm going to take that out now. You can see I even have a mock-up Inky string. And it just tells you right down here that it returns any key press value into the A register. 0 if nothing's pressed, and it does not push anything to stack, obviously. Therefore, you could just create a little loop here. Okay, so let's save that, assemble it. I guess I made a mistake there. My mistake was pretty simple though. We'll load it back in. My mistake was just that I didn't have my bracket in. Okay, so we'll save it, we'll assemble it, and we'll save to disk. Function, save. I'll load my VCC again. So you can see that, writing things to the screen is so much easier, especially if you don't understand that the ASC codes are different in assembly than they are in BASIC. The function print fixes that for you. Yeah, so that's that. Pretty cool stuff. I don't have this software updated yet, but I just want to do a little bit more air trapping first, and then I will upload this, and people can start making their own function files, and I'll put together some help to explain how the function files are made. Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be pretty cool. I think it's going to speed up programming and assembly. All right, thanks for watching.